My name is Gbogbuji, and this is Chains Unbroken, a channel committed to exposing truths and demanding accountability for Ghana's future. Today, we ask, what happens when those entrusted to lead us choose to loot instead of serve? What happens when the people say, enough is enough? After years of promises broken and trust betrayed, Ghanaians made their voices heard in the ballot box. A new dawn is here, led by John Dramani Mahama, who has vowed to recover what was taken from the people. Enter Oral, Operation Recover All Loots, a bold mission to reclaim Ghana's stolen wealth. But is this mission even necessary? Should a nation need a special operation to retrieve what rightfully belongs to its people? And more importantly, will this effort finally break the chains of corruption or simply be another chapter in Ghana's history of empty promises? Corruption isn't just a word, it's a dagger to the heart of progress. When leaders loot from the national cake, they aren't stealing money, they're stealing futures. They're taking the classrooms from our children, the medicine from our hospitals, the roads from our villages. Every cedi stolen widens the gap between the Ghana we dream of and the Ghana we endure. And for what? Lavish lifestyles? Secret bank accounts? The price of this greed is paid by the very people who trusted their leaders to serve, not plunder. Have those who loot forgotten where we began? Did they not learn from the sacrifices of our forefathers who fought for independence, not for personal gain, but for a united, prosperous Ghana? To steal from the people you swore to serve is to betray their sacrifices. It is to sell out the nation's soul for a fleeting moment of personal wealth. How do we reconcile this betrayal? How do we look into the eyes of the next generation and explain why they inherit debt instead of opportunity? But is oral enough? Can it truly root out corruption? Or is it simply a bandage on a festering wound? If we only focus on recovering stolen funds, without addressing the system that enables this looting, we risk repeating this cycle. Prevention is better than cure. Ghana doesn't just need to recover loot. It needs to close the door to corruption entirely. Strong institutions, transparent processes, and severe consequences must replace the culture of impunity that has plagued us for decades. To those who loot, hear this: your actions are not just crimes, they are betrayals of the highest order. You rob mothers of hope, children of dreams, and a nation of its future. Stop now, not because Oral is watching, but because your conscience should be louder than your greed. And to my fellow Ghanaians, remember, the fight against corruption doesn't rest solely in the hands of the government. It begins with us, demanding accountability, refusing to tolerate mediocrity, and holding our leaders to the highest standards. Oral is a step forward, but Ghana's true recovery lies in a collective awakening. Let us demand not just the return of stolen funds, but a commitment to honesty, service, and progress. Let us refuse to be pawns in a game of political greed. In the shadow of greed, our futures lay bare. Stolen dreams linger, a nation's despair. From golden thrones, they feast and deny, while the people's hope whispers a mournful sigh. But Oral rises, a beacon of fight, to reclaim what was lost in corruption's night. Ghana, awake. Let justice prevail. For in truth and honor, we shall never fail. Together we can break these chains. My name is Gbogbuji, and this is Chains Unbroken. Join the movement, subscribe, share, and let us build a Ghana where leadership means service, not self. Together, we rise.